I see a lot of people defending this game, The Last of Us 2, and honestly, if you defend this piece of shit, garbage game, and you tell people, oh, well, you didn't even play the game, you are the problem with video games in this day and age. So, I'm going to tell you why Joel's death doesn't make any sense at all. And I really hope that you pay attention to this because it's important to know that Joel's death was supposed to happen, but it's also very important to know that Joel's death was very badly written. It was very bad, terrible, bullshit, and it made no sense. So, it's going to be a pretty short video today, but I've written down a few things here that I went and watched the whole entire cutscene, like the whole entire game movie, to kind of re-study Joel as a character, and I've written down some things here that completely counters everything that these writers have done. It counters every single storyline that they created with this game because the storyline and the writing is terrible. So, first thing I want to start with, and I'll read this off to you. Joel losing Sarah by another human being. The game cuts away to 20 years later. Joel has aged a good amount. 20 years to an apocalyptic world of murderers and rapists. Does this mean nothing to the writers? Clearly, it means nothing to the writers. So, let's move on. And the reason I say this is because the character is rewritten to be a little pussy-ass bitch. So, okay, let's move on. Okay. A little bit into The Last of Us Part 1, Joel and Ellie drive into a city. A man walks out holding his stomach asking for help. Joel tells Ellie to put her seatbelt on and proceeds to run him over. Joel knew these people were bad people. His 20 years of experience solidified his overall attitude, and they were able to survive. So, they have Joel walking into a cabin full of strangers he doesn't even know. But in the last game, Joel runs over somebody that's injured because he knows it's an ambush. This just proves that the character is rewritten to fit a narrative of absolute bullshit. Let's move on. Joel's character in the first game is written to be very smart, strategic, and cunning. He never trusted anybody, and nobody ever trusted him besides Ellie. He was never a hero. Joel even knew special tricks and ways to get people to talk in interrogations. Someone as smart as Joel should have never walked into a cabin full of strangers and just be trusting after everything he's done in the apocalypse. Again, why somebody as smart as Joel would do something as idiotic as this is beyond me. Again, this is just a perfect example of how these writers have went so far down the fucking shit creek that it's honestly ridiculous, pathetic, and sad. Joel's loss. Joel is a character who has suffered great loss throughout his life. Joel clearly has full custody of his daughter Sarah because his wife is nowhere to be seen. Writing-wise, they just didn't write a wife in for Joel. Gameplay-wise, Joel lost his wife either to death or divorce. They never really said because he's not supposed to have a wife. And his wife, Sarah's mom, didn't want anything to do with her own daughter. Joel has lost his wife, Sarah, Henry and Sam, and Tess. These people are people he truly cared about. A man with loss has no interest in gain. Again, after everything that Joel has been through, you make him this stupid, this pathetic, this moronic, and you make him a martyr that's really not even a martyr. Considering how the fucking game ends, it's pointless. Joel's death was literally pointless because Abby doesn't even die in the end. In the end of The Last of Us 2. Oh, we're supposed to just accept that? Oh, Ellie, she's back to herself now. She don't want to kill people. What about the hundreds of people she killed before Joel's death? Does that even matter? Exactly. The writing is fucking terrible. Joel's death was badly written. We all knew Joel had to die. But to write his death as poorly as this is an insult to everyone who ever cared for Joel and the character itself. Bad writing, a terrible story with plot holes. Graphics are good, but there's no game without story. And I've said this many times. Naughty Dog, their gameplay is not good in any game, besides maybe Uncharted. We come to Naughty Dog for their story, not their gameplay. It looks to me like Naughty Dog has chose graphics over a good story, and that's why this game is fucking garbage. Alright, hold on. Joel killed an entire hospital full of fireflies to save Ellie. Just one man, he killed Marlene without hesitation. to save Ellie, to save Ellie, hold on, without hesitation to save Ellie. When Joel died, he wasn't even armed. Did he put his gun down before even walking in the room? If Joel can kill an entire hospital full of people to save Ellie, kill Marlene, Firefly, how could Joel have not killed Abby? And everyone, wait, yeah. How could Joel have not killed Abby and everyone in that room? Joel was alone saving Ellie. Joel had backup. When Joel died, Joel had backup, which was Tommy. It's just bad writing in general. So, yeah. You're looking at a man who literally killed like 50 people in one hospital to save one girl. He walks into a room with like 7 people with Tommy by his side and they kill him that way. It's bad writing. Conclusion. Joel's death could have been written better. Joel needed to die for the sake of the revenge plot, but to rewrite his character this badly to fit a narrative that you think is okay is pathetic, ridiculous, and just downright insulting to the character of Joel. And all your fans, Joel could have went out like a badass we all know he is, but instead you turn his character into soft SAW fuckboy who saves people. Good job. So the conclusion, the game fucking sucks. Don't pay $60 for it. Don't even fucking bother, because you're going to be fucking disappointed when you find out that the revenge plot isn't even a revenge plot because Ellie spares Abby, the same bitch who beat Joel in the head with the fucking golf club and killed him. Save your money.